first met 33 years ago. I think it was 1989, early 1989 at the Como Hotel. And I remember the conversation as if it was yesterday, even though I was only 23. We were talking about luxury hotels. I was a consultant. We were actually working on a feasibility for a potential 6-star hotel, which never went ahead. We couldn't get the return on investment to stack up. And I remember talking about luxury hotels, and at the time, the new kid on the block, which was the service departments. And since then, I mean, that conversation just stuck with me. So it's just an absolute pleasure to be talking to you today. I really love the books The Grand Life, if you'd like to hold that up. So, you know, the story of your life, Confessions of an Old World Hotelier in the Digital Age. I love obviously the years in London, your years in room service when you started in hotels serving the Aristocracy, and it made me realise now why there was a major always featured in Fawlty Towers. But what I really, really loved were obviously your years in Australia at the Como, where I first met you, and then at the Observatory Hotel. And it was, you know, whilst preparing for this interview, that I thought the Como was such an iconic hotel, and I think it was 30 years ahead of its time. You know, it was only 20 years after it opened that the Art Series created some boutique hotels in the South Yarra area, and then last year Ovolo opened their boutique hotel. So that must have been exciting to be there and to create such an iconic hotel.
That was indeed. I mean, it was, how do I put it? It was something very new, and I rather questioned it at the time. The initial idea was to have no signage above the entrance and everything else, and the developers at the time was AGC, and they had modelled it on a number of hotels in New York, and that were really at the time rather special. And I wasn't sure that Australia was quite ready for it. And you know, initially it struggled, but then suddenly it became a hit with all the film stars and people, and it took off. But it was to come to Australia and to open that was a very, very exciting time.
And then on to the Observatory, which once again is just it's still, you know, making a name for itself. And I think it was the most awarded hotel. Yes. Probably still is, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I haven't really kept up with it, but yeah, and that was, I think, one of the proudest moments when I look back. It really was, you know, working with a team, and it's always the team, to become one of the most awarded, if not the most awarded hotel in Australia. It's a wonderful experience, and really it's the people
that made it
so.